Beautiful. So we'll start standing at the top of our mat and we'll take a little roll out through the shoulders. There we go. That might be a little bit better. There we go. A little roll out through the shoulders. Big deep breath in and out. We'll take a big deep breath in, lift the arms on up, and then bring them down through heart center. Let's take one more big deep breath in, arms lift up, and bring them down through heart center. Take another breath or two here. And out. Another big deep breath in. And out. Beautiful, big deep breath in, lift the arms up, and then exhale, bring them all the way down, folding forward. Take a halfway lift here, exhale, folding. Taking one more big deep breath in, and out. Beautiful, we'll step back on the right leg to start with, drop that back knee down, inhale, lifting on up. We'll open up through the hip flexors and cactusy arms, sink the hips forward and down. A little bit of a baby back bend here. Inhale, lifting on up. Exhale, bring the hands on down to the mat. Stepping it on back through that left leg. Coming to all fours, we'll take a little round of cat-cow here. So inhale, looking up. And then exhale to round through. Let's take a couple more here. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to roll forward to a high plank on the knees here. Keep the core on. We lower down to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale. Take a little roll back through the shoulders. Exhale to lower. Pushing on back all the way. Sink the hips back into a child's pose. Take a stretch through the low back here. Take another breath or two here. Inhale to lift on up, tuck the toes under, pushing back up to down dog. Take a little pedal out here through the feet, so bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Beautiful, keep the core on. Take one more breath here, lift up to tiptoes, walk, step or float the feet forward to the front of the mat. Taking a halfway lift here, exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And bringing the hands to heart center here. Take a little roll out through the shoulders if that feels good. Inhale, lifting on up. And then exhale, folding. Beautiful. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg. Beautiful. Drop that left knee down to the mat. Inhale, lifting on up. Sinking the hips. Beautiful. Take another couple of breaths here. Little back bend. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Stepping it back. Take a little round of cat-cow here. So inhale, looking up. Then exhale to round through, rolling the body forward. And high to low plank here. Lower down to the mat. Inhale, take a little cobra. Shoulders peel back, exhale to lower. Tuck the toes, pushing on back. Take it to a child's pose first. Rolling it forward. Tuck the toes, pushing back up to down dog. Take a little pedal out here through the feet. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Then inhale, lifting up to tiptoes, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Beautiful, taking a halfway lift here. Exhale to release it down. Inhale, lifting on all the way up, bringing the hands to heart center. Taking a little roll out through the shoulders here. That's it, inhale, lift the arms on all the way up, and then exhale, folding. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, stepping back, right leg. This time, drop that knee down. Inhale, lifting on up, straight into that little baby back bend. Exhale, release it down. Bring the hands to that front knee. Take a little round through the spine. Inhale to lift on up. Take that little cactus. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round through the spine. Let's go. Inhale to lift. Cactus. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Stepping it back. High to low plank on the knees. That's it. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes, pushing back up. Down dog here. Take a little pedal out through the feet. Inhale, we lift the right leg up high to the sky. Bend the knee and open through the hip. Beautiful. Take another couple of breaths here. Bring that knee all the way around and through to the opposite elbow. Lift the hips up, step it on through. Coming on up to crescent lunge. Mixing it on up a little bit here this morning. Take a little bob up and down. That's it. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Exhale, release the hands to the mat, stepping it forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, bringing the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg this time. Beautiful. Drop that knee on down. Inhale, lifting on up. Take that little baby back bend. Exhale, round it through. Hands to the front knee, round the spine. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. Exhale to round. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up. Exhale to round. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. Last time here. Exhale, release it on down to the mat. Stepping it on back. High to low plank. Beautiful. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, pushing it on back. Down dog here. Draw the belly into spine. Take a couple of pedals out here through the feet. That's it. Coming back to center. Inhale, lift that left leg on up. Bend the knee, open through the hip. Take it around. And then bring that knee all the way around to the opposite elbow. Lift the hips back up, step it through, lift to crescent lunge. That's it. Take another breath or two here. That's it. Exhale, hands release on down to the mat, stepping it forward. We take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift on all the way up. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back. Right leg. This time, lift the left arm up. Take a twist. Exhale. Bring that hand down all the way to the front. Bring it around a nice big circle. One more. Beautiful. Lift it up. Bring it down and around. And to the other side, coming into a Skandasana. Lift that back arm up. You can come down a little bit further if your hips allow it. My hips are feeling a bit tight this morning, so I'm going to stay here. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. Rising on up to a goddess pose. Sink the hips on down. Take a little roll out through the shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Cactus the arms. Holding here. Take a little breath or two or three here. And then bring the hands down to your knees. Fold the body forward. Take a little twist here. Working out through the low back. Take it to the other side. One more here. Back to that first side. Back to the second side. Inhale, lifting on up. Pivot around. Warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. Stepping it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Taking another breath or two here, or three. And then we walk, step or float our feet to the front of the mat. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Bring the hands to heart center. Pausing here, take a moment or 3. Beautiful. Couple more breaths. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. We step back on the left leg this time. Beautiful. Inhale, plant the left hand. Right arm lifts up to that twist. Let's take our little circles. Bring it up. One more big circle. Bring it on up. And then exhale, bring it on down. Slide to Skandasana. So we bend our left leg. Right leg stays straight here. Getting a stretch through the right groin. Lifting on up. Even weight between the 2 feet. Lift the body up. Goddess pose. Strong hips here. Bring the hands down. Take a little moment. Couple of breaths here. Beautiful. Big deep breaths in. Exhale. Bring the hands down to your knees. Roll the body forward. Take that little twist. So right shoulder drops in and then the left. That's it. Right shoulder. Then the left. One more on each side here. Right. Then the left. Inhale, lifting on up. Sink to goddess pose. Nice and low through the hips still. Inhale, lifting on up. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Adjust your feet if you need. Beautiful. Flip and reverse. Exhale, coming back to center. Beautiful. Windmill all the way around to the mat. Stepping our right leg back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take another couple of breaths here. That's it. Nice work. Inhale, lifting up to tiptoes. Walk, step or float the feet forward to the front of the mat. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Bring the hands to heart center. Taking another couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Bring the hands to heart center again. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Folding it forward. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Stepping back on the right leg. Beautiful. Let's take our twist. So lift up, left arm. Bring it forward all the way around. That's it. All the way around again. That's it. One more. Bring it down. Sliding it through to Skandasana. So bending that right leg, straightening through the left. Inhale to lift to the center. Beautiful. Sink the hips on down. Goddess pose. Take another couple of breaths here. Beautiful. Bring the hands on down to your knees. Sink the shoulders. Take that little twist. Couple more here. One on each side. That's it. Coming back to center. Lift on up. Sink the hips on down. Take another breath or 2 here. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. Pivot around. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Nice long arms here, so really stretch them out. Flip and reverse. Coming back to center. And windmill all the way around to the mat. Stepping it back. High to low. That's it. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Taking another couple of breaths here. That's it. That's it. From here, inhale, lifting up to tiptoes. Walk, step or float the feet forward to the front of your mat. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift on up. Bring the hands to heart center. Take another breath or two here. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale to fold. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg this time. Beautiful. Lifting on up, coming into that twist. Right arm lifts up. Take that circle around. One more circle. Big circle here. Lift it on up and lower it on down. Beautiful. Lift it on around. Skandasana. Bend that back knee, straighten through the front leg. Take another breath or two here. Coming back to center. Pivot, lifting on up. Goddess pose. Sink those hips on down. Working strong hips here. Beautiful. Keep a little tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, lifting on up. Bring the hands on down to the knees. Beautiful. Sink the shoulders on down. Take that little twist. Beautiful. Lifting on up. Pivot to the front of your mat. Adjust, warrior two. Beautiful. Flip and reverse. Coming back to center. Windmill to the mat. Lift the back heel up. Step it back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra here. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take another couple of breaths here. That's it. Lift the heels on up, walk, step or float the feet forward to the front of the mat. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift on all the way up, bringing the hands to heart center. Taking another couple of breaths here. Keep a little tuck of the tailbone here. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Bring the hands to heart center. That's it. From here, bring the hands on down by your side for Tadasana or mountain pose. Dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Beautiful. Crossing the left arm around behind your back. A little bit of a stretch through the traps. So if you've been sitting at a desk for a lot of today, this might feel quite, or for a lot of this week, this might feel good. Release. Back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Bringing our left ear to our left shoulder. Keep the head facing straight forward. Crossing a right hand in behind your back. Maybe deepening that stretch through the trap. Take another couple of breaths here. Inhale to lift on up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Stepping the right leg back here. So a little bit of a modified round here. Inhale, lift into that twist. Exhale, bring the hand forward and down. Up and around. Forward and down, lifting it on up. That's it. And bring it forward and down. Rotate Skandasana. Inhale to lift on up. Sink the hips on down. Beautiful. Hover here for a moment and take a little drop through the hips. Beautiful. Straighten through the legs here. Pivot the toes in. And then we take a wide-legged forward fold here, so a little bit different. You can walk your hands through towards what is now your back. You can bring your hands to your elbows, or you can keep your hands underneath your face, whatever feels good for you. If you've got your hands underneath your face, you may choose to take a little twist. So plant one hand down, lift the other arm up. Exhale, maybe take the other side of that twist. Beautiful, take another breath or two here. Release the hand on down. Inhale, lifting on up, nice and controlled. Core on, rotate around, warrior two. Flip reverse. Exhale, windmill it to the mat. Step it up back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Beautiful. From here, our right leg is going to lift on up to the sky. Bend the knee, open through the hip. Bring that leg all the way through. Knee to wrist, ankle to the opposite wrist. We fold and we take our pigeon pose here. So if you need a cushion or a block or something like that, you can feel free to pop one underneath that right hip if that feels good. Might just give you a little bit of support and help you stay a bit more even through the hips. Walking the hands on up, coming on up into a king pigeon. So holding here, walking all the way up. This may be enough for you. If you've got the space, you can lift that back heel up, pulling it on in. You can grab a strap or just grab it with your hand, pulling that back leg in. So take another couple of breaths here. Exhale, release it on down to the mat, and slowly from here we're going to walk, step or float to the front of our mat. So lifting on up, and then we walk, step or float. Coming back to our forward fold, halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift on all the way up, bring the hands to heart center. Taking a breath or two here. Let's take the second side. Inhale, lifting on up, releasing it on down. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg this time. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up. Beautiful. Into that twist. Bring the hand forward and down. One more full round here, forward and down. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. Exhale, forward and down, Skandasana. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Inhale, lifting on up, goddess pose. We straighten through the legs here, forward fold. Pivot those toes into center. Take the forward fold. Beautiful. You've got hand options here, so walk them through, bring them to the ankles, or keep them underneath your face. If you're taking that twist, bring your hands underneath your face, plant one hand down, lift the other arm up. Exhale, release it down, bring it round to the other direction. Beautiful. Take another breath or two here. Release it on down, and then inhale, lifting on up, hands to hips. Little bend in the knees if you need. Pivot on around towards the front of your mat. Bend the knee. Inhale, flip, reverse. Exhale, windmill all the way around to your mat. Stepping it on back, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog, lifting through the core. Beautiful, take another couple of breaths here. That's it. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open through the hip. We bring that knee all the way through to the wrist, ankle to the opposite wrist, folding it forward. We've got our pigeon pose here. Grabbing your block if you would like, or cushion, if you've got one, of course. Take that forward fold. Beautiful. From here, slowly starting to lift on back up. We're going to come into that same little king pigeon. So you may find that the two sides are different here. You may find where you can go on one side is tough on the other side. So you can use a strap or something as well if you have one. I'm going to use a strap on this side. If you've got the space, you can pull that heel in towards your butt and reach around and grab. Actually, some days it works better than other days. So if you've got the space, grabbing that foot, lift it on up, pull it in. I personally find this side is a lot tighter than the other side, so they're not going to look the same. So take a few deep breaths here. Release that leg on down. Take a little breath or two here. Take a little moment to settle. And we're going to push it on back to down dog. So one last down dog for our class. So sink it on back. You can come through all fours if you like. Pushing on back up. Take a little pedal out through the feet. That's it. From here, we're going to walk, step, or float the feet forward. Taking a halfway lift. Coming on all the way up. Lift the arms on up. Bring the hands down to heart center. Beautiful. From here, let's take a little balance pose, shall we? So, reset for a moment. Inhale, lifting on up. Lift the right leg on up. Exhale, twisting around. You've got an option here. You can keep the hand on that front knee, or if you've got the space, you can also reach for the foot if you can do that without leaning too far forward. Pushing it on out if you've got the space. Take another couple of breaths here. Beautiful. Slowly start to release down to the floor. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale, down through heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Lift the left leg on up. Exhale, twisting towards that left leg. Take another breath or two here. If you've got the space, you can reach down and grab your foot. You can stay here if you prefer. So take your options. That's it. Pushing it on out if you have the space. Woo. Wobbles welcome. Slowly start to release. Release it on down to the floor. Take a little pedal out through the knees, little wiggle of the hips. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Bring the hands down to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Slowly bring it on all the way down and dropping it on down to the floor. So, coming on all the way down via our boat pose. So, nice tall spine to start off with. We slowly lower on down to the mat. With as much control as you can. Spine might round a little bit at the bottom, coming on down. Keep it controlled. Hug the knees in towards the chest and push the legs up towards the ceiling. Take a little wiggle out through the feet. So you've got a couple of different options here. You're going to go a legs up the wall or a shoulder stand here, depending on how you feel. So if you're going legs up the wall, you can literally have your hips near the wall and rest your legs on the wall here. So you'll shuffle your hips around so they face the wall and you can rest your heels on the wall. That's option number one. Option number two, you can have hands to support the back of your legs a little bit if you would like. Option number three, hands come back down to the floor. Use a bit of core engagement to support your legs here. Core engagement and the muscles in your legs. That's option number three. Option number four, if you're going there, I'm not going to today because my back's feeling a bit sensitive, so honor how your body feels. If you would like to go for a shoulder stand and you know where you're going, feel free to go there. If you're going there, bring your elbows to the mat. Hands come up ready to catch. You can bring your knees into your chest, slowly roll up with control, lift the hips off the floor, point the feet towards the ceiling, catch your hips with your hands. Beautiful. Take another couple of breaths here, wherever you are. If you're in a shoulder stand, slowly start to release. Release your hands off the hips, roll the hips back down to the floor. And then everyone give your knees a little hug in towards your chest. Release your feet down to the floor and give them a little windscreen wiper from side to side if that feels good. We're going to take a fish pose here. So, bring your hands underneath your hips. Point the feet out nice and long, so legs out long. I'm going to push the elbows into the floor. Lift the shoulders off the floor, core engages, open through the chest. If you've got the space, you can drop your head back if that feels okay. Take another couple of breaths here. Core engagement here, chest puffs up. You can keep the neck neutral if that feels better for you. Take another breath or two here. Slowly release it on back down to the mat. Give the hips a little bit of a windscreen wiper side to side. Stretching the legs out nice and long. Stretching the arms out long, take a stretch through the body. We'll come into a banana pose here. So bring the hands and the feet over to one side and we hold here. Coming back to center, walking everything over to the opposite side. So for me, that's my left, hands and feet both over to the left. Coming back to center. Beautiful. Give the knees a little wiggle side to side. Bring the arms to a comfortable position and we come down into our final pose, Shavasana. Release the arms out long. Shoulders back on the floor, chest is open. Take this moment to breathe. Let the belly rise and fall with your breath. Let your back feel supported by the mat. One or two more big deep breaths in here. Slowly bring a little bit of movement into the fingers and toes. And then rolling on over to your preferred side. Take another breath or two here. And then coming on up to a comfortable seat. Take a little roll through the shoulders. Bring the hands to heart center. Bringing their thumbs to the forehead. Gratitude to those who've shared the room with us today. Thank you for joining me this morning, guys. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, whatever you have on. If you've got any comments or questions, please let me know and I'd be happy to help out. Thank you so much, guys.